We're delighted to have all y'all with us. Thank you very much for coming to be with us. God bless you. That's an incredible story. You know, I mean, now, obviously, when this happened to you, I mean, it was like somebody snatched open the bottom and you just fell right through it. Wasn't that kind of the way it was with you when it happened to you?
Yeah, it was like a nightmare. It was unbelievable. It was the worst thing ever happened in our life.
Now, you didn't know the Lord at that time.
No.
What did you turn to? Where did you turn to? I mean, when the news came.
After I knew man couldn't help me no more, I wasn't sure if there was a God at the time, but I said, if there's a God, I'd like to see if he can help me here. So I started praying a lot. I prayed a lot. And a few days later, I just had this peace, as the Bible speaks about, passes all understanding. And God made himself really real to me. He surrounded me in peace, and the doctors came in at one moment and told me the tumor was malignant. And that time it didn't even faze me. A few days before, I'd have fainted probably, but this time it didn't even faze me. It was like I knew the Lord was in control of the situation. He gave me that faith to believe that.
Now, you know, we can handle things when it happens to us, Alice. I mean, it's okay, I can deal with it. But, I mean, how do you deal with something when it starts to happen to your child?
Oh, you know, at first you think, oh, well, you know, when you first get the news, you think, I've got this long battle on my hand, but you depend on your own strength, and you think, I'm going to beat it, I'm going to make it, and then when the doctor takes you and tells you that's not the case, this tumor kills people, you realize I can't depend on myself or the medical community, and you get down on your knees real quick because you realize God's the only answer.
Now, in the middle of all this, Alex was the one with the positive attitude. I mean, did you think that was strange? Or maybe you said, well, he just didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, like at first, before he gets sick, he was talking about God, but I didn't want to hear it. I was interested more in a can of beer than I was in God, you know. So, but after he got sick, I wanted to know about God.
Alex, how did you find out about God?
By going to church.
By going to church?
Mm-hmm.
And someone told you about Jesus Christ?
Uh-huh.
Now, did you ask Jesus to come into your life?
Mm-hmm.
What did you say to him? Can you remember?
No.
But you did ask him to come into your life.
Uh-huh.
Did you tell him you were sick?
I don't remember.
You remember but you really felt like Jesus was going to heal you, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Why? You just had that feeling in your heart, huh?
Uh-huh.
When you heard him and saw him being so positive, I mean, was that part of what made you say, well, I want to know what it is that Alex has?
Yeah, I can remember, Alex was only 7, so it is hard for him to remember, but I can remember him coming up from after the surgery, the brain surgery, and they warn you of memory loss and convulsions and everything, so you're anticipating the worst. But the very next day, I can remember him saying he had prayed and that he knew Jesus was in the operating room with him, which really, you know, was really astounding. I mean, because we weren't even sure there was a God. And for him, and he was so good. I mean, he went home 5 days later. He was supposed